Hello, lovelies. This is Lynn. Welcome, welcome. Today's self-care is brought to you by the Cosmic Journey Oracle by Yannick Silver. This is one of my favorite decks. I don't know why. It's comfortable to me. Um, anyway, I pulled four cards, but two of them go together. And there is a book that can be used to read from. And the book has some um, journaling prompts in it, but I'm not going to read from the book today because I don't feel a need to. I feel like I have much to say about these cards as it is without the book. So let's get into that. I'm going to go off screen for a moment so that you can see the cards better. Okay, so the first card is There Are No Wrong Turns. And I'm a firm believer that we are all here to learn and grow. And in when we encounter difficult times and problems, this is our chance to build our inner strength and ingenuity and the ability to figure our way through problems. Um, and sometimes these are lessons that we have to learn from a spiritual perspective, like karma. Karma is just a lesson that you haven't learned in your previous life, so you're coming at it again this time. Um, and sometimes it's a new lesson, one that you signed on for from the spirit side. Like I said, I've said before in these that I believe that we kind of get this a la carte list, if you will, of things that we want to learn while we're in human form. And so I feel like everything that we encounter in life gives us an opportunity to grow and build our spirit, build our strength, build our knowledge, build our kindness for others. How we treat others in that entire process also plays a role. The next one is, and boy, this is timely, isn't it? It's always a good time for this card. Out of the mess comes elegant order. And the card shows a bunch of strings here at the top, or actually squiggles here at the top, but then it's a yin yang. And we have that, we have the chaos right now. We have a chaos maker sitting in the White House, squatting on our property. Um, and and yet when we are the peaceful energy, the chaos comes near us, but it doesn't quite touch us. And I know that that's not necessarily the case, but there's also a level of trusting that the universe will help you be ingenious, will help you discover more about yourself and how to grow. And I know that I'm leaving stuff out on that. I feel like I'm missing things here. And I'll probably remember what those are after the camera gets turned off and the video is ended. Because that's always how it is. Um, just trust that when those strings do come close to you or you are touched by that chaos, your abilities will shine. And then ask your spirit guides for help. Remember to do that on the regular. I feel like that's something that we don't do often enough, and it's something we need to do more often. And then the last two cards here are you cannot pour from an empty cup and cut away what is no longer needed for you. Um, the perfectionist in me, which, yes, I'm a firm believer that perfectionism is the highest form of self-abuse. It's one of the things that Roseanne Barr has said that I actually agree with. I don't agree with much else from her, but that I agree with. Um, Cut that limb off right next to the tree so it's a flat surface. Don't cut it out there. Yes, that's who I am. Sorry. Um, anyway, and if you're an arborist, you can go ahead and disagree with me and I'll defer to you because I am not an arborist, but that's how I've always seen it. Anyway, back to the point, back to the point. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you give all of you away to others and you leave very little left for you, you're trying to pour from an empty cup. You don't have the energy to do what you need to do for you. So find ways to refill yourself, whether that be taking a quiet 5 minutes to yourself, even if it's just going into the bathroom and locking the door and crying your eyes out and wallowing in whatever grief and fear and anger and whatever you need to do to get it out of your system, let that rot out, or therapy, or a jaunt out, a walk out in nature, a moment of time by the water, whatever brings you joy, gives you that moment to refill your cup. But that also means that you really have to be mindful about what is and is not working for you. I see a lot of people who are overcommitted and trying to do it all because they fear missing out. And instead of FOMO, fear of missing out, switch it to JOMO, joy of missing out. Knowing that somebody else got to go have fun, great, good for them, but you got to stay home and be calm. And sometimes you have to make that decision because you know that's what you need the most. Yeah, you missed out on a moment of fun. If that fun is going to refill your cup, don't miss out on it. But if that fun is just more stress for you, then pass. It's okay. It is okay. You might miss out time with a friend. That means the next time you see each other is more profound, more grateful, more meaningful. Making the most out of every minute of your day with you and with your family and with your loved ones is important, but you have to move you to the top of your list sometimes. Because if you don't, it's an empty cup. Okay, that's all I have for this self care reading. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you take some time for you. Um, we need it. We all need it. Every one of us do. And remember that you are made of stardust and magic. You are far more powerful than you know, and you are profoundly loved. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye now.